Is it like one of your campaigns? Not this time.
He's planning to end our world.
We stay true to ourselves. Stay true. No matter the cost.
Forever. Let's end this, kid.
Everything after episode 4 felt chaotic, but beneath all the shock, something far more unsettling was quietly unfolding. Because while everyone focused on the explosions, the missing kids, and the cracks spreading across Hawkins, there was a deeper question no one realized they should be asking. Why did Vecna look so certain? Every frame of him at the end of Volume 1 carries a disturbing calm, like he wasn't reacting to the chaos, he was counting down to it. And that's where the real twist begins. Fans thought they understood his plan, but recent hints from the Duffers suggest something completely different. They revealed that Will's powers were never meant to match Eleven's, and not even meant to rival Vecna's. They were designed for something else entirely, something that only matters when the final phase of Vecna's plan begins. And the moment you connect those clues with the footage from Volume 2, the picture becomes much darker. Because the real threat isn't just Vecna breaking through. It's what he's building behind the cracks. Something ancient. Something connected to Will in ways the show has never directly stated. But Will isn't even the biggest twist in the story. Not anymore. Because the truth behind his powers exposes something far more dangerous waiting in the shadows. For years, fans believed Will Byers was just the unlucky kid who couldn't escape the Upside Down. But the Duffers recently hinted that his role was never about survival, it was about connection. And the type of connection he has is unlike anything Eleven or Callie were ever given. While Eleven can overpower, and Callie can manipulate perception, Will control something far more unpredictable, a hive. Not the creatures individually, the entire swarm. Rumors suggest his ability isn't traditional power, it's resonance. A psychic imprint left inside him from his earliest encounters with the Upside Down. He can't reshape dimensions, and he can't fight Vecna one-on-one, but he can command the living network, the Demogorgons, the Demobats, the Demodogs. He's not the sword. He's the shield, the one meant to hold back the Horde while Eleven and Callie go directly for Vecna. Fans once believed he had somehow leveled up, but the truth is much more fragile. His strength is real, but limited. If Vecna or the Mind Flayer ever sever that connection, Will becomes vulnerable in a way no one else is. And that's why Vecna keeps watching him. Because Will's link isn't an accident, it's a leftover from something older. Something that started long before Hawkins' lab ever existed. That brings the story back to Will's drawing, the strange spires, the organic tubes, the twisted structure. What he sketched isn't random. It matches a location the show has teased for seasons, the upside-down version of Hawkins' lab. A place Vecna has been quietly rebuilding and sealing behind a massive flesh wall designed to protect whatever he's creating inside. And those tubes holding the missing kids? They're not just containment. They're transformation. Vecna once told Will he wanted to change him, reshape him into something new. Now he's attempting the same process on a terrifying scale, turning the kidnapped children into extensions of his power. Some believe he's building an army of psychic vessels, amplifying himself through them. And the scariest part? This is only the surface. Because beneath this lair lies the one place Vecna hoped no one would uncover, the place that shaped him long before the Upside Down ever did. Meanwhile, Jonathan and Nancy witness something even more alarming, the sky splitting open above Hawkins' lab. This tear behaves differently from any portal we've seen before. It pulses, expands, twists the world like gravity itself is bending in the wrong direction. Fans noticed immediately that it resembles the moment Henry first fell into the Upside Down, when reality warped around him. But this time, it isn't just one person being dragged through, it's an entire dimension pushing forward. Rumors suggest this tear isn't just a doorway, it's a reaction. A sign that the barrier between worlds, weakened by years of psychic battles, portals, and experiments, is finally collapsing. And the old communications tower crackling with energy in the distance only makes it stranger. Some believe Vecna is using it to extend his reach, pushing the Upside Down farther into Hawkins than ever before. For the first time, the idea of the Upside Down absorbing the real world feels less like theory and more like inevitability. And while the world outside shatters, the characters inside Hawkins fall apart in their own ways. Dustin's hug with Steve isn't just relief, it's fear. The kind that comes from losing too many people already. Jonathan and Nancy share a moment that feels almost out of place in all the chaos, one filled with emotion and unspoken promises. Rumors about Jonathan holding a ring suddenly don't feel so far-fetched. But peace doesn't last long. Deep inside the Upside Down, the military's base erupts into chaos as creatures tear through the walls. And in one of the most terrifying moments, Lucas finds Max still unconscious while something creeps into her hospital room. He grabs her and runs, unaware that she's being hunted because of what she and Holly discovered inside Vecna's mind. Lucas doesn't know the details, he only knows he has to protect her, even if it means running straight into danger. All these threads point back to one place, the Nevada caves tied to Stranger Things, the first shadow. According to the stage play, those caves are linked to the remnants of a classified experiment. Rumors suggest young Henry Creel wandered into them, stumbled into something impossible, and was pulled into another dimension entirely. He vanished for hours. Returned with different blood. And something dark whispering inside his mind. Some believe it was the Mind Flayer itself. That Henry wasn't just found by the Upside Down, he was claimed by it. Dr. Brenner later discovered him and tried to replicate his abilities, leading to children like Eleven and Callie. But Henry's transformation wasn't a scientific project, it was an accident born in a place even Vecna refused to revisit. That's why the caves terrified him. They held the truth about who he really was and what he was created to become. That ties directly into Holly's journey. By retracing Henry's steps, she brings all those buried secrets back to the surface. Rumors suggest that the Mind Flayer didn't just influence Henry, it shaped him. Vecna wasn't the beginning. He was the first result, the first experiment, the first test subject of something that has been shaping Hawkins from the shadows long before the show ever began. And now, as Volume 2 approaches, fans believe the ending won't be decided by brute force, but by how these characters confront that truth. The final battle may hinge on three forces colliding at once: Eleven's raw power, Callie's precision, and Will's connection to the Hive. Together, they form the only combination capable of breaking Vecna's hold. Alone, none of them stand a chance. But the real twist might be emotional, not explosive. The Duffers hinted that Will's journey will reach a moment where he must face what the Upside Down placed inside him years ago. And if Vecna wasn't the true source of that connection, then the final decision may rest on Will in a way no one expects. Because the biggest secret Stranger Things has been hiding isn't about monsters or portals or even Vecna. It's about who these kids become when the breaking finally stops and what they're willing to sacrifice to make sure it does.